Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Doc Stewart's Baseball, streaming here at 541radio.com. Joey Kieran here with you from Legion Field. Docs take Game 1, 13-2 over the Grants Pass Nuggets. Docs will look to try and finish off with a season split against the Nuggets after winning Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader and losing last night in a doubleheader against Grants Pass, both games down there at Reinert Volunteer Park. We'll have Game 2 coming up for you here in just a few moments. The Roseburg Disposal post-game show, we wrap that up. It's actually our Budget Lumber pregame show here for Game 2. Everything you need at great low prices. Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be Lumber One. Well, Game 2 coming up here momentarily. Again, a reminder, whenever you're here for Doc Stewart's Baseball, make sure you stop by the souvenir booth to sign up for our $1,000 no-hitter giveaway. If the Docs pitch a no-hitter at home this season, one lucky fan in the stands will win a grand from $14.90 The Score and from the News Review. Sign up at the souvenir stand before Doc Stewart's home games. As we count down the moments until first pitch of Game 2, we continue our series of catching up with the Docs as we get another player interview brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Before we got things going today, got a chance to stop by and talk with Peyton Hope from Sutherland High School. We bring you that interview now here on 541radio.com. Getting a chance to continue our series of player interviews here throughout the season. Today we get a chance to catch up with Peyton Hope from Sutherland High School, class of 2019. It is another Umpqua Dairy player interview, your local dairy since 1931. That's Umpqua Dairy. And Peyton Hope joining us here. Peyton, congratulations on making it on the Doc Stewart's roster this year after your junior season there at Sutherland High School. First and foremost, for the new guys, I always like to ask the question, how did it feel when you got the news that they wanted you to be on the roster?
When I got the news, I was very excited because ever since I was little, I'd always come to these games and just dream of pitching and playing for them, and actually getting out and being able to play for them is quite an honor for me. My dad is pretty happy too. My grandma was very excited for me. I've never seen her that excited in my life.
Well, you get the news and get a chance to be here with the Docs this summer. You've been out there on the mound quite a bit, getting a chance to play for this team. You get to play with your spring coach, Tom Nielsen, out there with you. To get a chance to continue to work with him throughout the summer, how big do you think that is going to be to your game and your growth as a baseball player?
Well, I think not having him as a head coach right now is really going to help me out as a pitcher because I really get to pick his brain more. And just because he was a minor league pitcher and just knowing all the knowledge from him, I could pick out basically whatever he's done, and I could just help me kind of master my, I don't know how to say craft, I guess. I don't really
exactly,
get it.
Yeah. Well, things have been, you've gotten a lot of opportunities to get out there, and there's been some good moments, some tough moments out there as everybody's kind of getting up to speed here during the summer. But so far for you this year, how do you feel like the summer started out for you after what looks to be a pretty successful spring season during the high school year?
I feel like getting out at the beginning of it felt pretty good. Yesterday, two-seam was just kind of tailing a little too much for me, but getting out again, it feels pretty good too. Started off pretty well, and I just hope to continue doing the best that I can for Scott because he's a great coach. Like him.
Well, as you wrapped up your junior season there at Sutherland High School, pretty good year for you. First team All-League honors in the Sky-M League, All-State honors as well. Pretty nice season. Wrapping up the Sutherland High School baseball season, what were some of the thoughts that you had as you guys wrapped up your junior year there for the Sutherland Bulldogs?
As I was wrapping it up, I was thinking I was playing mostly for the seniors because I had a good buddy, Riley Westbrooks, that I played with. I really just wanted to play my best for him because I knew it was his last season. And just wanted to play my hardest for them. We missed play-ins by half a run. We got a game canceled. That's why we didn't get it. So not getting that kind of hurt, but just still tried my hardest there.
Still got your senior year coming up. You looking forward to coming back? And if my notes are not incorrect here, it looks like basketball and baseball for you again then next year. You looking forward to your senior season?
I'm very excited for it. Mostly excited. Well, I like basketball. I like them both. Probably they're neck and neck, but I've just mostly played baseball my whole life. Put in most work, pitching, and just basically doing everything, utility. So yeah, I'm very excited for it.
This summer schedule, you played last year with the Umpqua Lions, and now you get to play with the Doc Stewarts. The jump up from one level to the next, have you noticed it be a pretty significant difference from playing with the Lions last year and to now playing with the Docs this summer?
Oh yeah, definitely more experienced hitters because a lot of college hitters in these lineups, and it's just got to keep them off balance. Last year, you could just kind of No, I wouldn't say just like throw it down the middle, but you still had to hit your spots. But here it's just a lot more just talented. Like there's just more talent. It's a lot harder to pitch to these guys. You gotta really hit your spots. It's hard.
Talking with Peyton Hope here as we continue our series of Umpqua Dairy player interviews. For you, getting to know these guys, I'm sure you played with some of them. Obviously, some teammates from Sutherland on the team.
Yeah.
Guys from the Lions last year, and did you know a lot of these guys as you got ready to play this summer, or was there some kind of get to know you moments that kind of came early on?
Most of the Roseburg guys I had to get to know, but I knew Jacob Luther and Kyler Leischner. I played Lions with them. Kyler 1 year and Jacob Luther, I'm just kind of used to him now. But I like them all, really nice guys. Love playing with them. It's a good group of guys. It's fun. I like it.
For the summer, it's always kind of fun getting that chance to bond and get a chance to spend time with new guys and getting to know new people on the field. But some of the best antics come off the field. Has there been any kind of memorable moments off the field so far this year?
Not really.
Anything that you'd be willing to tell on the radio?
I don't really think there's any, but it's just kind of. I'm trying to think of one. I can't really think of one. We're just kind of like just a funny group of guys. Yeah.
Well, it's good to know you guys are having fun together.
Yeah.
As you get ready to kind of continue on with this season and get ready to get back into your senior year, what are some of the biggest things you're looking forward to the rest of this summer before high school gets back up started in the fall?
I'm looking forward to growing as a pitcher as a whole and just growing as just a better player because I know I'm learning a lot this season. I know I don't really hit much, but I'm learning a lot hitting. Trask has helped me a lot. He's helped me so much with keep my bottom hand low and also outfield. I'm going to be doing that a lot at Sutherland probably next year. Just overall very excited. Love playing for the Dogs. It's fun.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you out there on the field a little bit more. Peyton, thanks so much for the time.
Got it. Thank you.
That was Peyton Hope in our Umpqua Dairy player interview here in between games. We get ready for the start of Game 2 as the Docs will send Cody Johnson on the mound to face off against the Grants Pass Nuggets. This has been your Budget Lumber pregame show. Everything you need at great low prices. Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be lumber one. We are underway in Game 2. Cody Johnson, the righty on the mound, starts things off with a strike to the leadoff man, Nick Bassendorf. We'll get you caught up on everything as we move along here in the first inning of the second game. Pitch outside for a 1-1 count. Cody Johnson comes in with a 1-2 record this year for the Doc Stewarts on the mound. We'll take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Grants Pass here as a 1-1 delivery for Bassendorf. He puts in the air. Could be playable back behind first base. Jacob Luther giving it a chase, and the second baseman makes a grab as he runs into foul territory for the first out of Game 2. Doc Stewart's winning Game 1, 13-2. And they're looking to try and get a sweep here at home against Grants Pass, taking the second one. So Nick Bassendorf leading things off for Mike Reese and the Grants Pass Nuggets as we run through the starting lineup, brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. Give them a call at 673-0363. Called strike against Bennett Rogers, who stands in with one out and nobody on. So Bassendorf, Rogers leading things off. Vinny Zavolta waits on deck as the three-hitter. He'll get a chance to come up with a man on base as Rogers puts one into center field for a one-out single. 1 on, 1 away. Line drive right back up the middle.
Next batter, the left fielder, number 4,
Vinny Zavolta stands in, playing in left field, batting third. Trey Frodge, the third baseman, hits cleanup. Tyler Runn batting in the 5 spot, playing in center field. The second baseman, Nate Morgan, hits 6th. Cade Kissel, the pitcher for Game 2, bats 7th. Cade King, the first baseman, will hit 8th. And Colby Dinkle, the 9-hitter, will be tonight's catcher for the Grants Pass Nuggets. First pitch called strike against Zavolta, who's been a dangerous hitter in this series against the Docs. The 0-1 pitch, he puts in the air out towards center field, coming in with a sliding grab and making the catch just on the turf. Garrett Russell robs a hit away from Vinny Zavolta. 2 down.
Next batter, the third baseman, number 13,
still on at first is Bennett Rogers. Up to bat will be Trey Frodge. He puts the ball in the air out towards center field on the run. Russell underneath it. Snags it out of the air for the final out. 4 hitters to the plate in the first inning, but no runs come across. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We've wrapped up the first inning of Game 2 of our ball game. We will continue to lay out the scene for you as we make our way to the bottom of this first inning. You're watching Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Headed to the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 ball game. Doc Stewart's coming up to hit. Let's run through the Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for head coach Scott Shaver and the Doc Stewarts. Cooper's Pest Control, again, give them a call today at 673-0363. Leading things off will be Garrett Russell playing in center field. Following him is Doran Gillespie, batting second and playing in left. The first baseman, Jonathan Stone, will hit third, followed by the DH, Luke Lucido, batting for Cody Johnson, the pitcher. Zach Mandera hits fifth, playing at third base. The catcher, Kyler Leishner, batting sixth. The second baseman, Jacob Luther, will bat seventh. Hitting eighth and playing at shortstop, Caden Johnson. And Jet Black in right field rounds out the starting 9 for the Doc Stewarts. Garrett Russell leads things off here in the bottom of the first. Takes high and inside from Game 2 starter, and that is Cade Kissel. Kissel plays at shortstop when he's in the field. He'll fire in a pitch that's fouled away for strike 1. Kissel from Hidden Valley High School, graduated in 2017. He also played at Lane Community College this last spring. Fires a pitch low that's a swing and a miss for Russell. Gives him a 1-2 count. We will look around the diamond defensively for Grants Pass here in the first inning. The 1-2 pitch for Russell, fouls it off to stay alive. Cade Kissel, a right-hander for Lane Community College last spring. He pitched in 7 games, 14 innings total. He's got a 1-2 count, a ground ball towards short. Playing the baseball, the throw across to first is going to be there in time. Nick Bassendorf moving from second base to shortstop to take over for Kissel while he's on the mound. And Bassendorf makes the play to lead off things here in the bottom of the first. 1 out, and Doran Gillespie will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. Doran Gillespie playing in left field. First pitch called strike 1 at the knees. Looking around the diamond behind the plate, Colby Dinkle for Grants Pass. Out at first base, Cade King. Nate Morgan at second base, Nick Bastendorf at short, and Trey Frage at third. Get to the outfield after this next pitch. The 0-1, ground ball towards short. Bastendorf charging, bobbles. His throw to first, not in time. An error. An error on the shortstop, Bastendorf. That'll get Gillespie on. And now they'll see if they can try and take advantage of it.
Next batter, the first base,
1 on, 1 out, and Jonathan Stone will step in next. In the outfield, Vinny Zavolta, Ty Rund, and Bennett Rogers from left to right. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Jonathan Stone stands in. First pitch from Kissel just misses off the plate for ball 1. Stone will check his wrist guard, which he keeps in his back pocket. Swings away and fouls it off for strike one. Don't worry, that's not a true breaking glass sound. That is the sound effect from the PA booth. They like to play that throughout the game. Remind everybody about the foul ball sponsor here at the games. 1-1 pitch coming up for Cade Kissel. Throw over to first base to check on Doran Gillespie. Another throw over there, and Gillespie back in with another head-first slide. Gillespie reaching on the error at shortstop by Bassendorf. Bassendorf has had 2 balls hit his way so far. The 1-1 for Stone goes left side. It'll get through. Docs get their first base hit of the ball game. Jonathan Stone comes through. Up to second base goes Doran Gillespie. Docs with runners at first and second, 1 away. Things starting to cool down a bit here, it feels like, at Legion, although still very comfortable temperatures as the clouds start to thicken up a little bit and the sun's starting to make its way to the horizon. Luke Lucido in next for the Doc Stewarts, the DH. 3 for 3 in game 1, earns him a start in game 2. He's been splitting time with Brody Black, but a hot bat for Luke. He stays in the game. Kissel's first pitch, a breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. 0-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first. Docs looking to try and take an early lead once again. They led the entire way in game 1, didn't give any runs up until the 5th inning, but still won 13-2 in 5 innings. Pitch high for ball 2 to Luke Lucido. We'll check in on that Beavers game here momentarily for you folks, let you know what's going on in that one. That game on the air right now on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. 2-0 delivery coming up. Cade Kissel will check second. The second baseman, Nate Morgan, holding the runner on a bit. Luke gets underneath one, fouls it up in the air over the right side and out of play. So checking on the Oregon State game, the the College World Series. It's the finals, best 2 out of 3. The Beavers lost game 1. They are on the brink of their season coming to an end. If they lose tonight, they need to win 2 straight to win the national championship, but they are trailing 3-2 in that game currently against Arkansas. 2-1 pitch coming up for Luke Lucido. He gets underneath it and fouls it back for strike 2. A battle going on here between Lucido and Cade Kissel. The 2-2 delivery coming up. Second baseman holding on the runner at second. The throw in, it's outside. Dinkle sliding to his right to get to that baseball. Stops it from going to the backstop. The runners hold out at second base. Doran Gillespie. Jonathan Stone on at first after picking up the Doc's first hit. Gillespie reaching on an error. Full count pitch for Luke Lucido coming up. Out of the stretch for the right-hander. Kissel checks second, delivers in. Luke fouls off another one to stay alive. Sound effects guy is working overtime down there tonight. Full count again for Luke. Zadoks in a scoreless ball game, trying to take a lead here in the bottom of the first. Luke a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He'll go down with the strikeout. 2 away.
Next batter, the third baseman, number 13, Zach Mandera.
And it'll go to Zach Mandera to try and keep the inning alive. Man in scoring position for the Doc Stewarts. They'd like to try and take advantage early on against Grants Pass. Do not want to linger, keep things close with this team. They've got plenty of offensive power. You'd like to try and build a big early lead if you can. Throw back to second base. Goes off the glove into center field. Gillespie not up in time to try and advance. So he'll stay at second base. Mandera up to bat, waiting on deck. Kyler Leischner. He'll need Mandera to get on base to be able to come up to hit. First pitch, fastball on the outer half for strike one. Crowd filling in here. It seemed like it was a smaller crowd at the start of game one, but a 5 o'clock start time, so people probably just getting off of work. Things have filled in. The 0-1 in the dirt for Mandera gives him a 1-1 count. Midweek game, not a bad turnout here. Good to see everybody out on what has been a fairly comfortable and nice day here in Roseburg. Good day, get out for a walk, spread the legs a little bit, get out and stretch things out a little bit here. Not too shabby. People, though, starting to put on some light jackets and whatnot as the temperature's starting to dip. Breaking ball low and outside gives Mandera a 2-1 count. In fact, let's check the weather report brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. Runner going from third, in for a strike, throw to third base, gets into left field. Gillespie up and running. He pauses, and 2 bobbles in left field by Grant's pass will allow him to score. Gillespie steals third. And then the throw went into left field. He got up, started to break, then he started to break for home, and then he put on the brakes, thinking that it was picked up by the shortstop, Nick Bastendorf, who was backing up the throw. Bastendorf bobbles it. It gets by him, the left fielder, Vinny Zavolta. He then bobbled it, and that allowed Gillespie to get his momentum back towards home, and he was able to score. So an error brings in a run. And the Doc Stewarts do take the early lead, 1-0 your score. Out to second base went Jonathan Stone. And I think they're wondering what the count is. And I think Cade Kissel's, I thought that was, now that I think back on it, I do think that was a strike 2 called against Zach Mandera. I didn't mark it down in my book just yet. And now the umpire is trying to say that it is 3-1, and Kissel's trying to say, no, you called that a strike against Zach Mandera. While the umpires do meet, we'll finish our weather up report. It's 73 degrees here in the first inning of Game 2, down from a high of 81 this afternoon. Look like temperatures for the rest of the week here in Roseburg going to hover in the high 70s, low 80s, although going up to 87 on Saturday when the Docs will be hosting the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen for a wood bat game here at Legion Field. So it should be a good day for that. All right, they do correct it. It is a 2-2 count for Zach Mandera, and he'll take in the dirt for ball 3. So now a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes against Mandera. 1 run in so far. Out at second is Jonathan Stone, and ball 4 is issued. Mandera felt like he had it right away, drops the bat immediately and heads on down to first. A walk issued.
Next batter, the catcher.
First walk of the game for Cade Kissel. Docs with a run in, leading 1-0. 2 outs here in the first inning. Kyler Leischner will step in next for the Docs. Stone out at second with a big lead, takes 1 step back as the second baseman covers, and into the plate, a pitch that's fouled back to the screen by Leischner. Now the Oregon State Beavers have a man in scoring position in the top of the 8 with 1 out. They trail 3-2 against Arkansas. We'll keep you updated on that. Throw back to second again, back in sliding. Head first, Jonathan Stone in. The throw went to Nate Morgan. Morgan rushing to get to the bag in time as that throw came quickly, and he wasn't quite at the bag just yet. Docs leading 1-0, bottom of the first. Cade Kissel on the mound has only given up 1 hit, but a couple of errors have cost his team. Breaking ball. Strike on the inside corner to Leischner, an 0-2 count. So Cody Johnson now with a lead to work with as he faces this dangerous hitting Grants Pass squad. 0-2 pitch for Leischner. Kissel's been working the breaking ball. We'll see if he goes to it here. He goes to the fastball to try and challenge Leischner. It's in the air, foul territory. Basket catch behind home by Colby Dinkle. And that'll wrap up things in the first inning. Doc Stewart's get one. An unearned run coming in to score. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. You're watching Doc Stewart's Baseball at 541radio.com.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Take this. Top of the second inning, Doc Stewart's leading 1-0 here on 541radio.com. Joey Kieran with you. Tonight's game brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie.
Leading off the top of the
Docs will try to keep it a one-run advantage. Cody Johnson back out there on the mound to throw. He'll face Tyler Runn, Nate Morgan, and Cade Kissel here in the second inning. We'll look around the diamond defensively. We didn't get a chance to do that in the first for the Doc Stewart, so we'll look around and give you the alignment for the Docs defensively. First pitch to Ty Runn is inside high for ball one. Behind the plate is Kyler Leischner out at first, Jonathan Stone, Jacob Luther at second, Caden Johnson at short, and Zach Mandera at third. As a ball high in the air out towards left field, just slowly drifting back, Doran Gillespie will make the catch. Speaking of Gillespie, he's out in left field. In center field, Garrett Russell and Jet Black out in right field. And that is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. One away. Up to bat will be Nate Morgan. First pitch swinging for him. He puts it in the air. Foul territory, first base side. It carries into the stands for strike one. Lights starting to come on here at Legion as clouds making it seem a little darker than it might usually here at just about 7:30. Sun starting to set though. Temperature cooling. I think it's time to about grab my jacket and throw that on here. Doc's leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, excuse me. 0-1 delivery for Morgan. He'll take low for ball one. Last night, the doubleheader started later. We started at 6 o'clock last night down in Grants Pass. But a doubleheader, those went long. We didn't get done until 11:30 as a swing and a miss for strike two against Morgan. Gives him a 1-2 count. Didn't get done until 11:30. Didn't get on the road until about 11:45. I saw the Doc stopped for food at In and Out there in Grants Pass. It's a swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Leischner finds it underneath him. He'll throw down to first, and he gets it to Jonathan Stone for the out. And there's a Joe's Towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals.
Next batter, the pitcher, number 2.
Two down. Cade Kissel will stand in next with nobody on. Last night, though, they stop it In and Out. I heard they got back into town about 1:30. As Kissel will swing at the first pitch. Could be playable in foul territory. And it'll be Jonathan Stone to make the play. A foul out in The first at-bat for Cade Kissel rounds out things in the top of the second. Doc Stewart's lead 1-0 coming up to bat in the bottom of the second. We'll have it for you as you're watching Doc's Baseball on 541radio.com.
Foul balls taken, novice class, fast and friendly and efficient, windshield repair and
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
It's cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Bottom of the second inning. Joey Kieran here with you from Legion Field in Roseburg, Oregon. Make our way towards the later stages of the evening. Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Doc Stewarts and the Grants Pass Nuggets. Doc's leading 1-0, trying to pull off a sweep at home to match what Grants Pass did down in Grants Pass last night. That would make it a even 2 games apiece for both these teams in the season series. Everybody in Area 4 meeting 4 times on the schedule. First pitch from Cade Kissel to Jacob Luthers in the dirt for ball 1. Welcome you back to the broadcast here online at 541radio.com. Tonight's game brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 1-0 for Luther. In the dirt again for ball 2. Luther had a double in game 1 of the doubleheader. Looking to try and see if he can connect on one here to lead things off in the bottom of the second for the Docs. The 2-0 high and inside goes the 3-0 count. Checking in with the Beavers. They've got a man on third base, but the second out just committed. The Beavers trailing 3-2. They need that 1 run to tie this game up as a 3-0 taken for strike 1. So now with 2 outs and the game-tying run 90 feet from home, the Beavers will need to try and bring that run in with a hit or maybe an error. 3 balls, 1 strike against Jacob Luther starting out the second. He takes high and inside for ball 4. So another walk issued for the Docs batters. Second one of this game. In game 1, Docs hitters drew 6 walks against the Grants Pass pitchers. Man on at first with nobody out. Up next, Caden Johnson getting his first at-bat of the night. Did not play in game 1. Johnson playing at shortstop with his older brother Cody Johnson on the mound tonight. First pitch to him, takes for strike 1. Johnson has been a fairly good hitter and somewhat limited action this season for the Docs. Had a nice spring season with the Roseburg Indians. Stands back in with an 0-1 pitch coming up. Squares to bunt. He puts it in the air. That's easily playable. Off the mound, Cade Kissel will make the grab. Sack bunt attempt does not work out for Caden Johnson. 1 away. Docs in front 1-0. Took the lead in game 1 in the first inning. They take the lead here in game 2 in the first as well. They had a 1-0 lead after 1 and then led 3-0 after 2 innings in game 1 of this doubleheader. So they're looking to keep that pace going and add a couple more runs here in the second inning of this one. A check on at first base. Luther back in with the head first slide safely. Jet Black, the 9-hitter, coming up to hit. First pitch takes strike 1. On that Beavers game, a quick check there. They've got the 2 outs, a man on at third, trailing by 1 in the top of the 8th, and Stephen Kwan's at the plate. Not a bad guy to have there. Another throw over to first. Jacob Luther back in safely. Bottom of the second here from Legion Field. Another throw over to first base. Want to say thanks to our pregame coaches interview sponsor, Oregon Coach Crafters. Didn't get a chance to talk to Coach before the game, too. It's usually the case. But I do want to mention our pregame coaches interview sponsor, Oregon Coach Crafters, the best care in RV services and repair. 1 on, 1 out, a 1-1 count at the plate for Jet Black, the 9-hitter. Kissel delivers a breaking ball in for strike 2. And a lot of attention paid to Jacob Luther over there at first. He takes his lead. A pitch to the plate, out towards right field, going foul. And it'll clear the fence out there. Foul ball keeps it 1-2 against Jet Black. He'll use all fields. And they play him pretty much straight up out there. Cade Kissel's 2-2 pitch. I said 2-2, I meant 1-2. Breaking ball. Jet gets a piece of it, goes towards third, picked up, the throw to first, gets away. Jet needs to touch first base. He turns for second. He knocked the glove off of the first baseman. Luther's going to come around to score. Throw to the plate, not in time. I almost wonder, it kind of almost looked as if maybe Jet might have missed the bag at first, but he must have touched it and heads on to second. I don't know if there's going to be any appeal. Luther comes around to score on the throwing error by third baseman Trey Frodge. Docs lead 2-0 now. Jet was just running down the line, and Frodge's throw carried Cade King into the path of the runner. They made contact. He lost his glove. The ball went rolling away, and Jacob Luther was able to come all the way around to score. 2-0 the score. 1 away. Man out at second base for the Doc Stewarts. Top of the lineup, Garrett Russell will hit. He lays down a bunt third base side, and it takes an unfortunate hop off the infield turf and kicks into foul territory. A 0-1 count for Russell. Kissel got him to ground out to short in the first. He checks second. Jet Black out there with a healthy lead. Russell squared to bunt again, pulls back, takes high for ball 1. So Jet Black reaches on the E5 and then takes second on the overthrow. And Jacob Luther goes to third on the error and scores on it as well. Costly error. And that'll be the third of the game for Grants Pass. 1-1 pitch outside to Russell, 2-1 count. 2 errors in the first inning and 1 now here in the second. Docs doing their best to take advantage. In fact, so far an unearned run against Cade Kissel, and I think we'll make it 2 unearned runs against Kissel so far. Pitch in the dirt. Back to second base will go Jet Black. 3 balls and a strike. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. It has been consistently blowing out there. Currently going left to right across the diamond. 3-1 pitch for Russell. He takes high for ball 4, and he'll toss away the bat, draws another walk. Third walk issued for Cade Kissel. First and second for the Doc Stewarts. 1 away still, and Doran Gillespie up to the plate. Doran scored the run in the first inning. Reached on an error at shortstop. Moved to second on a single by Jonathan Stone. Stole third, and on the overthrow, while he was stealing third, he was able to score. Busy time on base for Doran Gillespie his last time out there. Steps in with 1 out and 2 runners on. Good speed on the bases with Jet Black at second, Garrett Russell at first. Gillespie some decent speed at the plate. First pitch from Kissel. High and inside, buzz in the tower. Last night it was the Docs pitchers that had their issues with their control, hitting 7 batters total. Tonight, it's been walks issued by the Grants Pass pitchers that have been kind of the issue. 2-0 count now as a pitch misses low and outside for Gillespie. 3 walks in this game. Docs drew 6 walks in game 1. Now the Docs also had 13 hits in the opener, so that doesn't hurt as well. So far, just 1 hit in the game for both teams. The 2-0 pitch for Gillespie. He times it as he watches it go by on the outside half for strike 1. Well, the Beavers were threatening with a man on at third, and only 1 out, and they couldn't bring in the game-tying run. They trailed 3-2. They're going to have 3 outs left to work with. Bottom of the 8th, though, right now, as Arkansas is up to bat looking to add some insurance. That is in the College World Series on 1490 The Score right now. Here on 541radio.com, we've got Docs baseball for you. Docs leading 2-0, and a pitch low and outside gives Doran Gillespie a 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch, Gillespie fighting off a pitch, fouls it away. We'll redo a full count pitch. Second inning starting to drag on a little bit. Docs have sent just 5 hitters to the plate, though. Full count pitch, 1 away. Checking second, Kissel delivers, and that's ball 4. Runners were both taking off, although only 1 out. But another walk issued. 3 walks here in the second inning for Cade Kissel, and that walk loads the bases.
Next batter, number 15, Jonathan Stone.
Bases juice, Jonathan Stone. Heart of the lineup coming up here for the Docs. No action in the bullpen for Grants Pass. Lights out in right center field. Not all of them turning on out there. I'm not sure if that's on purpose. First pitch to Jonathan Stone. He fouls it off the end of the bat down the first base line, and they're going to give Coach Tom Nielsen a little bit of grief down there for missing that ground ball off the end of the bat. It probably had some wicked English on it. He's got a grin on his face, tucks it into his back pocket. 0-1 pitch to Stone. He fouls it back to the screen for strike 2. Stone trying to pick up his second hit of the game. He had a single in the first. That's the lone hit for the Doc Stewart so far. In game 1 of tonight's doubleheader, he had 2 doubles. Double here would start giving the Docs a nice little cushion to work with. The 0-2 pitch to him, high and inside. And you know it's high when it's a high pitch against Jonathan Stone. A ball and 2 strikes from Cade Kissel. Having to labor through this second inning as the bases loaded with just 1 out. His offering, swing and a miss, and a big strikeout. Actually foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. That is the second strikeout of the game for Cade Kissel. A big one, too, as he gets the second out. And now the Nuggets can breathe a little bit of sigh of relief, just a little, as they've got to force out at any base to finish off the inning. First pitch swinging for Luke Lucido. It's back to the netting for strike 1. And some of the Docs' top hitters, Gillespie, Stone, Lucido, Russell, I think we saw Jet Black do it. A lot of guys battling through at-bats, fouling off a lot of pitches. Could be a good sign if Kissel stays in the game. They're kind of almost there, but just haven't quite dialed him in. There's a pitch low for a 1-1 count. Haven't quite dialed him in, but they've been close, and that's why so many foul balls off of him so far. At least that's the way it kind of appears to me. We'll see how they continue to adjust in this one. 2 down, bases loaded, 1-1 pitch to Lucido. Off the handle, slow roller towards second. Picking it up is Morgan, and he'll get it to first for the final out. Well, Cade Kissel battles out of a jam, only giving up 1 run on no hits. There was 1 error and 3 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. They still lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. You're watching Docs Baseball at 541radio.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay. Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Leading off the top of the 3rd inning for Grants Pass, number 21, Cade King.
Come back for the top of the 3rd inning. Doc Stewart's leading at 2-0. Doc's Baseball brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home. First pitch to Cade King in the air. King, the 8-hitter and first baseman, launches one out to Garrett Russell for out number 1. Cody Johnson still on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Pitching into his 3rd inning, trying to protect this 2-0 lead. 1 away. Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Fisher's Hearth and Home. 1 away. The 9-hitter Colby Dinkle in the air to right field. He's going to find the alley. Cut off by Jet Black. He fires in. His relay throw not going to be in time to hold Dinkle, and he'll get a double, finding the right center alley. Just the 2nd hit of the ball game for Grants Pass, and they've got a man in scoring position. Dinkle wasting no time, hitting that fly ball out to right center field. Back to the top of the lineup now. Nick Bastendorf will hit. 1 on and 1 away. He'll bring in a courtesy runner for Grants Pass, and that will be Cameron Allison.
Courtesy runner out for Grants Pass will be number 3, Cam Allison.
Allison takes over at 2nd. At the plate, Bastendorf. For 1 in the game with a pop out to 2nd base. Second baseman Jacob Luther, he caught it more in shallow right field back behind first. First pitch in to Bastendorf, a called strike. Beavers down to their final 3 outs of the season, need 1 run to tie, 2 to take a lead in the top of the 9th. They get things started. We'll keep you updated on how that one's playing out on 1490 The Score. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt from Johnson to Bastendorf and a 1-1 count. One delivery coming up for Cody. Makes his way through the lineup for a 2nd time. The pitch high and inside for a 2-1 count. If the Beavers are to rally and come back and win tonight, we'll have the game for you on the radio tomorrow. And that would mean the Doc Stewarts would be on the 541radio.com video player again. If the Beavers lose, we'll have the Docs on the radio and on the video player like normal. As a pitch in the dirt, Leischner scoops it out. 3-1 count for Nick Bastendorf. Johnson not wanting to let Bastendorf go. His 3-1 offering. Checks 2nd. And time called before the throw. Johnson out there. A couple of looks out to 2nd. Delayed his delivery to the plate. So Pitch in, it misses for ball 4. Whoever's at the plate for Oregon State just hit a bomb, but it just goes foul.
Next batter, number 1, Bennett Rogers.
A couple of Arkansas fans breathing a sigh of relief after that one hooks foul for the Oregon State batter. Would have been the game tire. All right, Doc Stewart's here. They've got 2 runners on base to try and keep from scoring as they lead 2-0. The number 2 hitter, Bennett Rogers, stands in, takes the first pitch for strike 1. Rogers 1 for 1 in the game with a single up the middle in the first. Only 1 out so far. Doc's looking for a double play option here. Jacob Luther and Caden Johnson up the middle. Squaring to bunt. He offered at it. Throw down to second from Leischner. Throw well off line, and a nice job by Caden Johnson to get there to back up to stop the ball from getting away. At the plate, the bunt attempt is a swing and a miss for strike 2 against Rogers. The 0-2 count coming up. Another ball launched deep foul for Oregon State. Ball fouled away at the plate by Rogers. No balls, 2 strikes for Cody Johnson against Bennett Rogers. The pitch, breaking ball low, full count. 1-2. Trying to watch the Beavers game on my phone and do the play-by-play. I got confused. It's a full count for the hitter at the plate for the Beavers, and another foul ball there. That game again on the radio as well. 1-2 pitch in the air. That one doesn't look like it's going to leave the infield. Luther calling for it. The second baseman makes a play, turns to look to second. The runner already back on the bag. Bennett Rogers will fly out. 2 away. Big out there for Cody Johnson. With runners at first and second, Vinny Zavolta will step in next.
Next batter, number 4, Vinny Zavolta.
Ball 4, so the Beavers get the game-tying run on at first base with nobody out in the top of the 9th. First pitch in the dirt. Leischner with a backhand digs it out. A 1-0 count for Vinny Zavolta, who's 0 for 1, lined out to center field his first time up. Pitch misses high and inside, gives him a 2-0 count. Doc's leading 2-0. Trying to keep it that way. Looking to sweep Grants Pass here at home after getting swept by Grants Pass down on the road. Ball fouled off. That one off the hands. It might have hit off the leg of Zavolta. The foul ball makes it a 2-1 count. Two balls and a strike for Cody Johnson. Off speed, he gets it across. Zavolta watches it go by. Johnson looking to finish things off. His payoff pitch is 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called. That one had some movement to it. Zavolta doesn't like the punch-out pitch. It tailed away from him. But the umpire calls it strike 3. It's another Joe's Towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. And the Doc Stewarts keep it a 2-0 game in their favor as Grants Pass strands 2 runners on base. No runs on 1 hit. No Doc Stewart errors. And 2 men on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Doc's leading 2-0 here on 541radio.com.
For Grants Pass, no runs on.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the third inning, Docs leading 2-0.
Doc Stewart's number 13,
Zach Mandera will lead things off for the Docs. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. First pitch to Mandera, inside, a breaking ball from Cade Kissel, out for his third inning of work. He's given up just one hit, but 2 runs, both of them unearned so far, as the Docs lead. The 1-0 for Mandera, high, 2-0 count. 3 errors in this game for Grants Pass, really the difference, and 3 walks as well. Again, we'll check in on the Oregon State baseball game as we follow that to see if the Beavers will have a chance to play for the national title tomorrow. 3-0 count now for Mandera. Beavers have the game-tying run in scoring position out at second after a sacrifice bunt, 1 away, and they are trying to stay in this one. Pitch down the middle on the 3-0 count for strike 1. The 3-1 delivery from Kissel, high for ball 4. It's his 4th walk issued in this game. It puts Mandera on for a second time. He walked in the first inning as well.
Next batter, number 9, Kyler Leishner.
Kyler Leishner gets a chance to stand in with 1 on and nobody out. Kissel, 2 strikeouts, but 4 walks. The 0-1 delivery for Leishner, top end of the strike zone for an 0-1 count. Mandera will take his lead out at first with the sun coming in to the first baseman's eyes. Breaking ball in for strike 2 against Leishner. He hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder yet. Sun starting to fade back behind the home grandstands down the third base side. Shadows cast it from the left side of the field out towards right field so far. Line drive gets over the top at shortstop into left center. Second base hit of the game for the Doc Stewarts. Leishner will come through. Up to second goes Mandera. With 2 strikes against him, he took a pitch that just hung upstairs. Went after it and was able to line drive a shot over shortstop to get it in for a base knock. 2 on with nobody out. Up to hit, Jacob Luther drew a walk and scored a run in the second. First pitch, Luther squares to bunt. It's a pretty hard one. No one to make the play at third. Throw back to first, and it gets lost in the sun. It's thrown away. Mandera will come in to score. They're going to send around. Leishner heading for home. He'll score. Luther will end up at third. Another costly error for Grants Pass. It got lost in the sun. Luther laying down the sacrifice bunt. Gets on. It was the pitcher that fields it off the mound. Kissel gets it. He wanted to go to third as the ball was hit hard, but the third baseman, Trey Frodge, had charged in to cover the bunt as well, and no one was home at third. Mandera got there easily, looking back to try and get at least 1 out. Kissel threw back to first base, but I mentioned the sun starting to break through the clouds, shining brightly on the infield. And at first base, Cade King didn't have a chance to see it. He lost it as it got to him. He ducked out of the way. The ball goes by him, and that allowed 2 runs to come in. Zach Mandera scored. Leishner from first comes all the way around. And Jacob Luther goes first to third on the throwing error. So the Doc Stewarts add 2 more. They lead 4-0 with a man on at third and nobody out. And a visit out to the mound now for the coaching staff for Grants Pass. Want to let you know this Oregon State Beaver game, we're keeping an eye on that. A ground out moves the runner up to third base, but now 2 away for Oregon State. They will need some help, either a base knock, a wild pitch, pass ball, error, something like that to bring in the game-tying run from third. They had the game-tying run at third base in the 8th inning and couldn't bring him in with less than 2 outs. Now with 2 outs, they've got to be clutch as they look to try and tie this game up. It'll be Caden Grenier at the plate. We'll keep you posted. 4-0 our score after the error allows the Doc Stewarts to score 2. At the plate will be Caden Johnson. They play with the infield in. Nobody out. On at third base is Jacob Luther. Docs leading 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Cade Kissel still working. First pitch, swinging. Johnson fouls it away. Oh, 1 delivery coming up here. Squaring to bunt, Johnson. He got just a piece of it, fouls it away for strike 2. Nobody out, an 0-2 count. Johnson flew out to the pitcher on a bunt attempt in the second inning. Now with 2 strikes against him, got to imagine he is looking to swing away. The 0-2 is in the dirt, knocked down. Luther will stay at third, and nobody will try to score. They had everybody converging in on that one. 1-2 count now for Caden Johnson. Caden Grenier with a strike against him had put one in the air in foul territory. 3 Arkansas players around it, nobody able to make the catch for the final out that would have won the national title. So still a little bit of life for the Beavers. 1-2 pitch here for Johnson. The breaking ball high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arkansas 1 strike, 1 out away from winning the national title against the Beavers. 2-2 count at the plate right now for Caden Johnson. Kissel delivers. Swing. And a miss. Strike 3. One away as Johnson goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout of the game for Cade Kissel. Up to bat will be Jet Black. 1 out, Jacob Luther on at third. Docs with already 2 runs in here in the 3rd inning on another error by Grants Pass. The first pitch, low for ball 1. Two-two count in that Beaver game. 2-2 count for Grenier. With a man on at third, 2 outs, and the Beavers trailing 3-2 in the top of the 9th. We'll keep you posted. The 1-0, and Jet will drive that one to the left field. That'll bring in a run. Luther scores. Jet on at first. He's got another base hit. Had a base hit in game 1, gets his first of game 2. The Beavers will tie the ball game. Oregon State ties it up in the top of the 9th. You guys are watching it down there too. Beavers tie it up on a base hit by Caden Grenier in the top of the 9th. They've got extra life as they are trying to keep that game going. That'll be a fun call to hear from Mike Parker.
Number 1, Garrett Russell.
Here at Legion Field, it's a 5-0 lead. Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Garrett Russell puts one high in the air behind home. Dinkle on the warning track in front of the screen, makes a catch, tagging and advancing. Jet Black gets in safely. Dinkle with a nice throw to get it there. I didn't think he'd have a chance at all. But tagging and advancing goes Jet Black, and now he's hurt. Oh, man. He took a late slide into second base, and he is holding up his right leg. That could be big. If Jet is injured and is going to miss any time, that could be a big loss for this Docs team. Well, good news, Beavers tie the game, and they've still got life in the College World Series. They, of course, would need to either score another one to try and win or would need to win it in extras to keep their season going. Also good news, Jet Black up and walking around, and all the coaches are leaving him. It looks as if he'll be okay to stay in the game. So Jet Black had this single, got on base. That scored Jacob Luther. 3rd run of the 3rd inning. 5-0 Docs in front. Garrett Russell then popped out in foul territory behind home to the catcher, Colby Dinkle. But wisely tagging and advancing, Jet Black got into second base, but a late slide came in awkward, got himself a little dinged up, but he stays in the game. So he's at second base with 2 outs. Doran Gillespie at the plate, swings at the first pitch, fouled down the right side, giving chase. Grants Pass won't have a chance to get to it. too many exciting things happening. Is a ball well hit out towards right field. That one's gone. Oregon State with a 2-run shot to take a lead in the top of the 9th. Holy smokes. The Beavers coming back. They are clutch. So now they hold a lead against Arkansas in the top of the 9th. They're 3 outs away from forcing a game 3. Meanwhile, in our game, Gillespie, a ground ball to short, bobbled by the shortstop, and no play to be made. Another error for Grants Pass. Gillespie will get on base. Up to third goes Jet Black, and the Doc Stewarts. Oregon State hit a 2-run shot to take the lead. They had already tied it in the top of the 9th, so they're on top now, 5-3. Yeah. Got people asking here. They want to know about the Beaver game as well. I'm keeping track of too many baseball games here. This is getting a little confusing now. I can do all sorts of things. Keep score on a couple of different items, but trying to call play-by-play for 2 games at once is getting a little bit taxing. All right, we got 2 outs in our ball game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Docs lead 5-0. Taking off and running for second goes Doran Gillespie. He'll get in without a throw. Well, Beaver fans, they have life, and they may be heading to a Game 3 tomorrow night to decide the national championship. That's pretty exciting. At the plate, an 0-1 count for Jonathan Stone. 2 runners in scoring position for him. He swings, got jammed. That in the air, first base side, and it's on top of the visiting dugout for strike 2. All right, where were we? On my online stat keeper, I'm still with Jet Black at the plate. A little getting behind there. Oh, 2 count for Jonathan Stone, 2 down. He's the 8th hitter to the plate here in the 3rd inning as the Docs have extended their lead. Looks like the final out is going to be made in the 9th inning for Arkansas, so they'll come to the plate needing 2 to tie and 3 to win in a walk-off for the national title. Jonathan Stone goes down swinging, and another strikeout for Cade Kissel. But the Doc Stewarts strike again in the 3rd. They continue to add runs, much like Grants Pass did down at their place. The Doc Stewarts continue to keep adding runs. 5-0 is our score. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Docs in front by 5 here on 541radio.com.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay. Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Five 5-0 the scores. We start the 4th inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Dr. Bonnie Gower. Optometrist Dr. Bonnie Gower is here to open your eyes to more options when it comes to your vision. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, call her at 440-2590. First pitch misses from Cody Johnson to Trey Frodge. The 1-0 pitch in the air towards center. Frodge, for a second straight time, will fly out to Garrett Russell, leading things off in the 4th with 1 away. So the Beavers now 3 outs away from forcing Game 3, a deciding Game 3 to win the national championship. We'll keep you updated on whether or not they can close it out here after coming back with it would have been 3 runs there in the top of the 9th for the Beavers to put them in the front of Arkansas, who was 1 strike away from winning the national title. In fact, a foul ball in first base territory down the right field line landed in between 3 Arkansas players, would have won the game for Arkansas. Nobody gets to it, and the Beavers then come back to win. Squaring to bunt, but taking a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Tyler Rund with the 1-1 count. Pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. So the Beavers battling their way back. Not too shabby there. 2-1 pitch for Ty Run. Line drive shot. That'll drop into center field. Russell there to collect it. Rund will get his first hit here in game 2. And that might be his first hit of the night. Yeah, he went hitless in game 1, so that's his first hit of the evening. Just has the look of a big, dangerous hitter. And he was able to finally connect on one there against Johnson. 1 on, 1 out. Nate Morgan will step in. First pitch from Johnson fouled away. Strike 1 for Morgan. Nate Morgan 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. Doc Stewart's, if they can get the win here, they'll move back 2 games over 500, and they'll move back to 500, or actually they'll get to 500 in league play for the first time. Swing and a miss, throw down to second. Ooh. That was impressive. Strike at the plate on a swing and a miss, but a steal attempt from Tyler Rund. The throw by Leischner, it was low enough. I'm not sure if Cody Johnson just wanted to snag it out of the air or if he thought it was coming to him. I imagine he thought it was coming to him, but he snagged that one out of the air like a comebacker. And quick reflexes. But it cut off the throw down to second just a little bit early. But really quick reflexes there by Johnson. 0-2 count at the plate for Nate Morgan with a man out at second. Doc's leading 5-0 here in the top of the 4th. Ball fouled away. Now for you Doc Stewart's for you Beaver fans, Arkansas has got 1 runner on with nobody out. The game-tying run coming to the plate for the Razorbacks. If they can force extras, they still have a chance of winning the national title, or they could try and take it in the 9th. Ball in the air out to right field for Morgan. Getting to it, Jet Black, he'll catch, throws back in, but he won't be able to hold the runner. Luther will cut it off. Tagging and advancing up to third goes Ty Rund. Fly ball out to right field. 2 down. Rund tags and advances up to third. But 2 outs. Cody Johnson 1 out away from finishing off the 4th inning, keeping the shutout alive. Cade Kissel will stand in next, trying to help himself out here. He flew out to the first baseman in foul territory to finish off the 2nd inning in his first at-bat. He gets around on one here, well hit down the left field side, but going foul. And that one actually clears the fence and gets out of play. Strike 1 there against Cade Kissel. Johnson trying to work a clean 4 innings. Breaking ball for strike 2. Johnson had a nice night yesterday at the plate. Had a decent game in game 1, a triple, and on the mound here in game 2, he's been throwing pretty well. The 0-2 pitch, just misses. On at third base is Tyler Rund here in the top of the 4th with the count 1-2 against Cade Kissel. 2 outs. Johnson's pitch just outside, a 2-2 count. We've got updates on the standings after the results of the first 2 games in Area 4 play today. Docs and Medford both hosting doubleheaders today in Area 4 games. Docs hosting, of course, Grants Pass, and down in Medford, the Mustangs are hosting Klamath Falls. Home team winning in both matchups so far in the first game of the doubleheader. 3-2 pitch for Cody Johnson. Gets a foul ball. If the inning continues, we'll go through the Area 4 standings. If not, we will get it to you in the next half inning. Docs leading 5-0 right now. 3-2 pitch. Ball in the air. Well struck. Out to right center on the run. Garrett at the warning track. Won't get there. He crashes into the wall. Gets it on one hop. He throws it in. Kissel will stop at second. He's gotten Grants Pass on the board. Run scores from third. A double out to the right center field alley. And Cade Kissel will drive in the first run of the game for the Grants Pass Nuggets. 5-1 the score. Man out at second. Still 2 outs. The Docs just need to cut their losses here, get the final out, and limit the damage. 1 run in.
Next batter, number 21, Cade King.
Russell, even with how fast he is, couldn't catch up to that one as it one hops off the warning track and off of the D.R. Johnson lumber sign in right center. First pitch, a swing and a miss for Cade King. Johnson will come set. No, man out at second. The 0-1, strike 2 called. Catches the outside corner. The 0-2 pitch from Johnson. Fastball up the middle. The bounder will go to Jacob Luther. Throw to first. Gets it there in time. And that'll wrap it up. Nice play by Luther. Had to make the quick transition and throw to first. And he does so. The defense helping out Johnson to finish things off here in the 4th inning. 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There was 1 man left on base. No Doc Stewart errors. The score 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Doc's on top here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Docs baseball tonight here on 541radio.com. It's brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall. For new patients, mention the code PERFECTSMILE and receive a free exam and x-rays. Docs lead 5-1 as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. Get you a quick Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update offering a wide range of high-quality lumber, plywood, and building-related materials. That's Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. Checking in on the College World Series. They're in the bottom of the 9th. And 1 out on a strikeout by Jake Mulholland with a runner on at first for Arkansas. The Oregon State Beavers need 2 more outs to force a decisive Game 3 against Arkansas. That would be tomorrow night at 4 o'clock. If they go to a Game 3, we'll have pregame coverage starting at 3:30 on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. First pitch of the 4th inning, the new batter in. It is Brody Black getting a chance to pinch hit here. Taking over for Luke Lucido. 0-1 pitch after Brody swung and missed hard at the first pitch. He fouls off another one, and he's got an 0-2 count. So we'll have to see. I don't know if this means if Brody Black is coming in to pitch. I don't know if you can substitute for the DH. Maybe you can. Brody will fight one off to right field. The Beavers just turned a double play. They're headed to a Game 3. Beavers win. 5-3, the final score. Beavers will have a chance to play for the national title coming up tomorrow. At the plate, 0-2 count here for Brody Black. Breaking ball, strike 3. He goes down looking. That'll be strikeout number 4.
Next batter, number 13, Zach Bandera.
For Cade Kissel. 1 away. So the Beavers win 5-3 over Arkansas and will force a decisive Game 3 coming up tomorrow night. Turn a double play to finish off the game. Back to the mound, the 1-4-3 double play. First pitch fouled away by Zach Bandera. Bandera with the 0-1 count. 1 away. Close play at first to finish out that Beavers game. The 0-1 pitch to Mandera misses for ball one. Zach with 2 walks in the game so far from Cade Kissel. Strike called, the 1-2 count. Strike 3 called. Mandera lets it go by. Cade Kissel blowing everybody away right now. Back-to-back punch-outs. Both of them go down looking. Kyler Leischner steps in. Doc's leading 5-1, but not producing much offense here in the fourth against Cade Kissel. The first pitch, breaking ball for strike one. Leischner, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had a single in his last at-bat. Tried to pull back on a high pitch. They appealed down to first. I don't know why that was necessary. That was obviously a swing. Oh, 2 delivery coming up for Leischner. It's outside. Cade Kissel looking to try and strike out the side here in the fourth. The 1-2 delivery. Leischner gets the bat on the ball, but sends it high in the air. Calling for it, the pitcher Kissel. And he's underneath it just into foul territory down the first base side for the final out. Well, the Doc Stewarts go down in order, 1-2-3 here in the fourth inning. They still lead 5-1 as we head to the top of the fifth. You're watching Doc Stewarts Baseball here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, a lackluster fourth inning for the Doc Stewarts. They get held scoreless for the first time here in Game 2. They still lead 5-1, though, as we start the top of the fifth inning. Doc's looking to try and pull off a sweep of the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. Man, can't quite kick that habit for some reason. The Grants Pass Nuggets.
Leading off the top of the fifth inning now for Grants Pass, number 12, Colby Dinkle.
Leading it off will be Colby Dinkle, the 9-hitter. He had a double in the third. 1 of 4 hits in the game for Grants Pass. And the first pitch he takes from Cody Johnson is strike 1. I'll have to follow what happens with the DH position here with Brody Black getting that pinch hit. Ground ball to shortstop, Caden Johnson. Long throw across the diamond, and the long stretch from Jonathan Stone at first to get the out. Caden Johnson ranging to his right, deep in the hole at short. Long throw, and he makes a good one across the diamond, and Jonathan Stone helps him out with those long legs and long arms. He stretches to get to that baseball. 1 away. The Doc Stewarts get the first out. First pitch called strike here against Nick Bastendorf, who leads is at the top of the order. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Kick and deliver for Johnson. Ball in the air out towards right center. Long run. It'll end up being Jet Black to get there. Garrett Russell had me fooled. I thought it was headed more his direction. He was making the long run, and he was there to back up the play behind Jet. Wasn't needed. Jet Black had a can of corn out in right field for out number 2. Two down, nobody on. Cody Johnson looking for his own 1-2-3 inning after Cade Kissel got one in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch here for Bennett Rogers. Breaking ball for strike 1. So the Beavers win. They force a decisive Game 3 tomorrow night. It'll start at 4 o'clock, pregame at 3:30. You can catch the game on 1490 The Score. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1 count now for Rogers. With the Beavers making Game 3, that means they'll be on the radio, and Doc's Baseball tomorrow night from Corvallis will be on the video player at 541radio.com only. 1-1 pitch taken to center field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cody Johnson, wheeling and dealing. Comes back after giving up a run in the fourth and sets him down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Doc Stewart's leading 5-1. Looking for some more insurance? Here on 541radio.com.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Into the bottom of the fifth, Cade Kissel still on the mound. Joey Kieran here with you from Legion Field, wrapping up our doubleheader, Doc Stewart's and the Grants Pass Nuggets. Doc's Baseball tonight brought to you by Clinton Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer.
Bottom of the fifth inning now. First batter for
Well, it has definitely been a much more entertaining night tonight than it was yesterday for the Doc Stewarts, who struggled to keep up with the offense of Grants Pass. And tonight, their pitching has been a great job to hold in check a very powerful offense. Jacob Luther leading things off, fouls off a pitch against Cade Kissel. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Docs here in the fifth. Let's see here. Luther 0-1 chopper towards third, backing up. Frage throw across the diamond will get Luther for out number 1. 1 away. Caden Johnson coming in to hit. Johnson 0 for 2 in this ball game, struck out swinging in the third. First pitch, he'll foul back for strike 1. The 0-1, Johnson takes low. So I'm trying to do math in my head, and I'm never good at that. In 4 games at a Lake Oswego tournament, Grants Pass outscored teams 33-6. As a pitch low makes it a 2-1 count for Caden Johnson. So 33-6 in 4 games there. They added 15 and 9, that's 24, so 57. As Johnson puts it in the air out to right field, going back as Rogers a few steps. He'll settle underneath it for the out. Two down. Up next for the Doc Stewarts, the 9-hitter, Jet Black, will stand in. Jet 1 for 2 in the ball game as he steps up with 2 outs and nobody on base. First pitch inside for ball 1. So 57 and let's see here, 14, 19. 57-19. The score in favor of Grants Pass over their last 6 games prior to today's doubleheader. It's a breaking ball outside, goes to a 2-1 count here against Jet Black. Just wanted to show how good this offense has been. Over a 6-game span, they outscored teams 57-19. But the Docs have shut them down pretty nice here today as a ball in the air out to right field is caught by Bennett Rogers. A 1-2-3 inning yet again for Cade Kissel and the Grants Pass Nuggets. They still trail 5-1. We'll have more about the scoring when we come back. Top of the 6th inning coming up. Docs in front. We'll have the rest for you as we come back here on 541radio.com.
Renegades will be here at Legion Field tomorrow.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brooke Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay. Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Top of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's baseball for you here on 541radio.com. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Doc's in front 5-1 as we start the 6th inning. Cody Johnson, still pitching for the Docs.
Starting off the top of the 6th inning now for Grants Pass.
Holding a 5-1 advantage.
It'll be number 4, Vinny Zavolta.
Vinny Zavolta will lead things off, 0-for-2 in the game for him. First pitch to Zavolta in the dirt from Cody for ball 1. So finishing that thought about the scoring, mentioned, so from that Lake Oswego tournament where Grants Pass went 3-1, and then the doubleheader against the Doc Stewarts where they won the doubleheader last night, Grants Pass had outscored teams 57-19. Well, in today's doubleheader, the Docs are outscoring them 18-3 total. There's a ball well hit out towards left field on the run. Doran Gillespie in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. Running away. He'll make the put out. One down as Zavolta goes down for a third time. For Cody Johnson, that is the 5th straight batter retired.
Number 13, Trey Frage.
One out. Trey Frage will stand in next, the third baseman. Frage is 0-for-2 in the game as he takes the first pitch for ball 1. So Doc's pitching and defense doing a great job here, and their offense really coming up. As a ball in the air for Frage out to right field, Jet Black makes the catch. 2 down. Tyler Rund will step up next. Rund 1-for-2 in the game, reached on a single up the middle, his first hit of the evening against the Docs. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. So the Docs in the 2 games here today against Grants Pass, they've scored nearly as many runs as teams, including the Docs, had scored against Grants Pass in 6 games total. Lone inside for a 2-0 count now against Rund. It's been a really good day at the ballpark for the Doc Stewarts is the point of the conversation here. 2-0 delivery from Johnson. Fastball misses low and inside for a 3-0 count. Docs do have an arm thrown in the bullpen as they wrap up the third, or start making about midway through the third time through the lineup here for Grants Pass. Peyton Hope is throwing. Hope threw yesterday against Grants Pass. It's a strike taken on the outside corner for a 3-1 count. Peyton Hope threw yesterday. He did take the loss in game 1 of that doubleheader. 3-1 pitch, ground ball, third base side. Zach Mandera can't get to it. Into left field for Rund. He's got 2 hits now in the ball game. A 2-out single snaps a streak of 6 straight batters retired for Cody Johnson.
Next batter, number 7, Nate Morgan.
With 2 outs and a man on at first, Cody will try to get Nate Morgan for the final out. Morgan 0-for-2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. First pitch swinging in the air, foul territory. Mandera into foul territory. The third baseman just in front of the line. will make the catch for the final out. There is the chalk line right next to the bullpen on either side. This does exist. The chalk line marks in and out of play. If it had gone across into the bullpen for Zach Mandera, he would have been out of play, and the catch wouldn't have counted. Instead, he makes it with his feet still in play and makes the final out. Doc Stewart's hold him out in the sixth. It's still 5-1. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning and have more Doc Stewart's baseball for you here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
We'll welcome you back here to Legion Field as the Doc Stewarts wrap up their doubleheader against the Grants Pass Nuggets. Bottom of the sixth inning, Doc's looking to add some insurance. They're 3 outs away from pulling off a sweep against the Nuggets and moving to 2-2 in Area 4 play and moving 2 games above 500. On the mound, Cade Kissel still throwing for Grants Pass. He'll face the top of the lineup. Garrett Russell up first. A fastball down the middle for strike one. Mentioned how Johnson had retired 6 straight for Kissel. He has retired 7 straight. Pitch high, a 1-1 count. One delivery. Russell a swing and a miss for strike two. Went after that one. The 1-2 misses inside, 2-2 count. So taking a look at that Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update from Medford. The Mustangs leading in the top of the fourth, 6-2 against Klamath Falls as they look to win the season series there. Russell, I was going to say, if he goes hitless today, it's going to be pretty surprising. He's a guy that does not go without a hit for too long. And Russell, getting his first hit of the afternoon, gets a single up the middle to lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. Man on with nobody out. Just a comebacker right up the middle, goes past Kissel and into center field. So Russell on base. So the Mustangs, they split last night in Klamath Falls. They took game one of the doubleheader tonight in Medford. They're looking to sweep it and take the series 3-1 against the Falcons. Laying down a bunt is Doran Gillespie. He'll bunt it into foul territory behind home. The catcher gets to it. And an 0-1 count as Gillespie will head back to the plate. The Mustangs winning 6-2. Again, that one in the top of the fourth at last report. If Medford is to win, they would go to 3-1 and possibly take over the Area 4 lead if the score holds here between the Docs and Grants Pass, because Grants Pass right now tied with Medford at the top at 2-1. Gillespie squaring to bunt again. He'll put this one in the air, foul territory first base side for strike two. They appear to be really focused on trying to get Gillespie to lay down a sacrifice bunt here. He's not been able to do so far. The 0-2 count, and he'll step back in. He's looking for his first hit of the game, but he's been on base 3 times, twice via errors at shortstop and once with a walk. Throw over to first, Russell back in safely. So as it stands, after game ones of the doubleheaders tonight in Area 4 play, Grants Pass, Medford at 2-1. Eugene and Willamette Valley both at 2-2. They're in non-league games today. The Docs and Klamath Falls both at 1-2. As a ground ball, Russell was running, so the only option is to go to first. Bassendorf will make the play. 6-3 the putout. Gillespie goes down as out number 1. Russell gets into second safely. Man into scoring position with one away. It won't go in as a sacrifice, but the Docs do get what they were hoping to out of the situation. Russell taking off on the play. He was able to get in safely. Made it to where there was no possibility of getting him at second base. Jonathan Stone up next, 1 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts in his last 2 at-bats, and he takes strike 1. So pretty tight so far. I think Coach Shaver mentioned it might have been a little premature saying that everybody in Area 4 had a loss on their record. I guess overall they all have a loss on their record, but in league play, Grants Pass did start the day without a loss on their total. As a pitch misses upstairs for a 1-1 count against Stone. But the Docs handed Grants Pass their first loss. Now everyone with a loss in Area 4, and it's very tight. Pitch in the dirt. Russell decides to take off. The throw to third. I think the baseball got lost in the dirt. Yeah, it is. Russell's in safely. Pitch missed for a 2-1 count at the plate to Jonathan Stone. Stolen base for Russell. The throw beat him there, but couldn't hang on to the baseball was Trey Frage, and that's why Russell is in safely through a cloud of dust. The 2-1 pitch, Stone. A swing up in the air could drive home Russell. He'll tag. He's headed to the plate. The throw is not in time. Sac fly. Jonathan Stone picks up an RBI. 2 down. Stone does what he was required to do, and he brings in another run. Docs leading 6-1 now.
Next batter, number 22,
Brody Black did come in as the DH. Wasn't necessary for some reason. I was uncertain on whether or not you can substitute out a DH. Apparently you can. Docs do so. Brody Black came in as the DH. He'll hit here with nobody on and 2 down. He puts it in the air behind home. And the catch made by Dinkle to wrap things up. That'll do it for the 6th inning. Docs add 1 more run to their total. Lead 6-1 as we go to the 7th. 3 more outs needed for the Docs to wrap up a sweep at home against Grants Pass. Back with you for the top of the 7th after this here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Oh, I welcome you back into the broadcast here. Apparently our program deciding to unexpectedly quit, which was great. We come back. It is the top of the 7th. Docs lead 6-1 here at Legion Field against Grants Pass, looking to pull off the sweep. Cody Johnson still out there to finish it off. 1 out already after a pop fly to center field. And at the plate, you've got Cade King with 1 out and a 2-2 count against him. Johnson's 2-2, called for strike 3, and it's a Joe's Towing strikeout for out number 2. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals.
Batter number 12, Colby Dinkle.
For Cody Johnson, strikeout victim number 3 in this ball game. Colby Dinkle will stand in with 2 down and nobody on. His team trailing by 5, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Another strike in. Doc Stewart's 1 strike away now from getting a victory and pulling off the sweep. The 0-2 from Johnson. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Game over. Final out on another Joe's Towing strikeout. And the Doc Stewarts get a sweep against the Grants Pass Nuggets. They take both of them. Final score 6-1. Docs win in 7 as they take down the Nuggets. The Docs will go to 2-2 in league play. Actually, they'll go to 2-2. Grants Pass will go to 2-2. You've got 4 teams at 2-2, and if Klamath Falls can come back against Medford, we'd have everybody at 2-2 after the first series of the season. It's going to be an interesting Area 4 season this year. Doc Stewarts get a nice sweep here at home, 6-1 the final score, and the Doc Stewarts get a very nice sweep and very great pitching. Cody Johnson, the complete game victory here in Game 2. And Jay Stoffel only needed 5 innings, but he got the complete game victory in Game 1 as well. So real strong pitching from both guys for the Docs in the doubleheader. We'll go ahead and take the break, and we'll come back to wrap it up for you here. You're listening and watching Docs Baseball at 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, the doubleheader is complete. The Doc Stewarts pull off a sweep over the visiting Grants Pass Nuggets as they get a victory and take 2 against Grants Pass to move to 500 in league play and move into a big pack of teams at 2-2 in Area 4. And we'll wait to see how things wrap up between Medford and Klamath Falls. But if Klamath Falls comes back to win that one, everybody would be at 2-2 to start the year. And that would definitely be a wild way to start out the Area 4 play as things just get underway. First series being held by everybody here either this week or last week as we get league play underway. Docs win 6-1 in Game 2. And they pull off the sweep here at home against Grants Pass. The season series goes to 2-2 between the Docs and the Grants Pass Nuggets. Could come into play as a tiebreaker later on. Well, let's look at things here in the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Doc Stewarts lead the entire way. They did in both games. Doc Stewarts take a 1-0 lead in the first inning. On a pair of errors, Doran Gillespie gets on base with an error and then scores on an error. Made it 1-0. Docs had a run in the second inning. It was a walk that got Jacob Luther on, A swinging roller through the left side of the infield for Jet Black. The third baseman, Trey Frage, came in to field it and threw over to first, but his throw, it was offline and it got lost in the sun, and Jet Black was able to get on safely. He moved up to second, but the throwing error allowed Jacob Luther to go from first all the way around to score, gave the Docs a 2-0 lead. In the third inning, the Docs had 3 more runs on 2 more errors and 2 base knocks. 5 errors total in this game for Grants Pass, as they really killed themselves out there against the Docs Stewarts. Docs leading 5-0. Grants Pass finally gets a run in the fourth. It comes on a double by Cade Kissel with 2 outs, scoring Tyler Rund, but the Docs would shut him down the rest of the way. The Docs had added another run back in the 6th inning, and scoring on a sacrifice fly. Garrett Russell comes in to score on the sacrifice fly by Jonathan Stone. That is how things wrapped up for the Doc Stewarts here today. Looking at the numbers, 1 run on 5 hits, 5 errors, 4 Grants Pass, 4 men left on base. Doc Stewarts had 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. That's your game recap, brought to you by the News Review Sports section. For more on today's game, pick up a copy of the News Review print edition tomorrow in your local newsstand. So the Docs get the victory here tonight. Cody Johnson gets the win on the mound. Cade Kissel takes the loss. Both pitchers going the distance in this one, but the Docs are victorious. Still in the bottom of the 4th of that Medford game, so we will keep waiting to find out what might happen there. But as we continue on with the Roseburg Disposal postgame show, we'll look at some more statistics from this one, and we'll name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game. Doc Stewart's Baseball tonight has been brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Today's game also been brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. We'll go ahead and take a final break here in the Roseburg Disposal postgame show, and we'll wrap things up for you here on this Wednesday night from Legion Field. You've been watching Docs Baseball at 541radio.com.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces. Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles.
Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay. Nice doubleheader.
Friday.
All right, back here for the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Joe Kieran here with you as the Doc Stewarts get a sweep at home against the Grants Pass Nuggets. Docs go to 10-8 on the season. Grants Pass 12-6 on the year. Both teams now 2-2 in Area 4 play. Roseburg Disposal postgame show for you here. Let's take a look at some of your stats from this one. For the Grants Pass Nuggets, 5 hits here in Game 2. That followed up their 4-hit performance in Game 1. Let's see here. Bennett Rogers, 1 for 3 in the game. 2 for 3 for Tyler Rund. He scored a run. Cade Kissel goes 1 for 3 with a double. And a double for Colby Dinkle, and he goes 1 for 3 in the game as well. That is the offensive numbers for Grants Pass. On the other side for the Doc Stewarts, total of only 4 hits in the second game of tonight, but they take advantage of the 5 errors made by the Grants Pass Nuggets. Doc Stewart's scoring 5 unearned runs in this one. Garrett Russell gets a hit. He ends up going 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base as well as a walk. Jonathan Stone goes 1 for 3 with a single, a sac fly for an RBI. 2 strikeouts, though, as well. Zach Mandera goes 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Kyler Leishner goes 1 for 3 on the day with a run scored. Let's see here. Caden Johnson, he went without a hit. So did Jacob Luther. And Jet Blank at the bottom of the lineup goes 1 for 3 here this afternoon in Game 2. So that is a look at the numbers there. On the pitching stats, we didn't have a call to the pen, which is always brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. Your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. No pitching changes in this one. Both pitchers go the distance. Cody Johnson goes 7 innings, gives up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He picks up the win to improve to 2-2 on the season for Cody Johnson. And on the other side, Cade Kissel takes the loss, and he pitches 6 innings, gives up 4 hits, 6 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So Cade Kissel taking the loss after a well, I mean, he didn't do bad. Only gave up 4 hits. His defense just did not help him at all, as gives up just 1 earned run against the Doc Stewarts in Game 2. But the Docs get the win. They sweep at home against Grants Pass to move to 500 in Area 4 play. We've got some scores to report for you here. Of course, we know that the Oregon State Beavers win 5-3 in their elimination game of the College World Series Finals. They'll force a Game 3. The winner will take the national championship tomorrow night in Omaha, and we'll have the action for you on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Scores. The Beavers start at 4 o'clock and pregame at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon on 1490 The Score. Some other scores. We mentioned it was Medford gets a win in Game 1 of their doubleheader against Klamath Falls. 5-1 the final score there. They were leading 8-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning against Klamath Falls. Looks like Medford is looking to take over the lead in Area 4, going to 3-1 if they hold on to their lead. That would mean Medford would be at 3-1. 4 teams at 2-2, including Grants Pass, Eugene, Willamette Valley, and the Docs. And then Klamath Falls would be at the bottom at 1-3, but still things very close. From the single A level today, out on the coast, the Pepsi Bottle Caps sweep 12-0 and 9-5 against South Coos. So a nice result there for Justin O'Byrne and his club as they stay at the top of the Area 4 North Division standings in the single A classification. No, not a bad day of baseball here pretty much around the area. I think we can all take that. Good results. 13-2, the win in Game 1 for the Doc Stewarts, and in Game 2, 6-1, the final score. It's time now here in the Roseburg Disposal postgame show to name our player of the game, brought to you by Roseburg Refrigeration, your locally owned residential heating and cooling specialist. He got the awards yesterday, and his pitching performance here today in Game 2 has earned him the award once again. Cody Johnson, your player of the game. 7 innings worked, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And he is your player of the game. His second complete game victory of the season. Had a shortened 5-inning victory against the Siskiyous team, post 122, back on June 15th. That one was an 11-0 victory in 5 innings. First win of the season for Cody. Picks up his second win of the season tonight as he gets the complete game victory in 7 innings this time. Pretty strong pitching performance for him here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up here for us as we finish off the broadcast of Game 2 of our doubleheader. With the Beavers playing Game 3 tomorrow, it means we'll be back on the video player only at 541radio.com for tomorrow's action. So I know it's not ideal if you're a avid listener of the game on the radio, but hopefully you've discovered the video broadcasts there at 541radio.com and grown to like those as well. But with the Beavers on the radio, of course, playing for a national championship, kind of a big deal. Beavers hadn't been there in over a decade. They were 1 win away from winning the national title, and I know there's a lot of Beaver fans out there that would love to have that game on the radio. So don't want to cut short Beaver fans. Want to make sure they get their opportunity. So since we have the availability to be able to bring you the games for the Docs on the video player, we do that. And while we bring you the games for the Beavers on the radio coming up tomorrow. So Beavers baseball starts at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon on 1490 The Score. And for Docs baseball, it'll be on the radio coming up, it'll be on the video player for you at 541radio.com coming up tomorrow, starting with pregame coverage. Let's see, what time do we start tomorrow? They're headed up to Corvallis. It's a 6 o'clock start time against the Girding Builders Market Men tomorrow up at Corvallis High School. 6 o'clock start time for the game. That means a 5:45 pregame coverage for you on the video player there at 541radio.com. So we'll have that action for you coming up tomorrow. We got plenty of stuff coming up for you as the season continues to roll along, so stay with us. Doc Stewart's baseball. It is starting to be it's crunch time. It's the biggest moments of the season. It's all those things you want, and we've got it all for you, and it's only going to just keep getting better and better from here on out. All right, as we wrap things up, I want to say thanks to Grants Pass for being here tonight and all the help they have provided us throughout the season in getting ready for their games. Appreciate having them here for the doubleheader tonight. Big thanks to head coach Scott Shaver and the entire Doc Stewart's baseball program and the local American Legion for allowing us to do as much as we do with the Doc Stewarts, bringing you coverage of Doc Stewart's baseball here on 541radio.com and usually also on the radio at 1490 The Score. Really do appreciate everything that the American Legion and the Doc Stewarts allow us to do with them throughout the summer. Want to say thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. We get back into more Doc Stewart's baseball as they head to Corvallis for a single game against the Girding Builders Market Men. We'll have it for you. First pitch coming up at 6 o'clock. Pre-game coverage starting at 5:45. You can watch the game online at 541radio.com.